What's up, guys? This is your host Diego Unga. I've been a little bit busy. Today I'm going to talk about the Euro final, the match preview, Italy against England. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know you're supporting whether Italy or England, but according to me, I gotta prove you how England is going to beat Italy. I don't know whether you agree with me or not, but I've been watching this Euro since the beginning till the end. But you don't have to forget to comment down, put your suggestion or idea, and then click like or subscribe, because I would love you to subscribe. It will be very wonderful. It will be very helpful to me. Let's come back to the game. I've been watching this Euro from the beginning to the end. Personally, I was surprised to see England were able to reach into final, and Italy were able to reach into final, because at the beginning, when the Euro started, they weren't the most teams which were favorable, which some people would say this kind of team is going to reach in the final. Most of us would think they will either France or Belgium. Both of them, they had the highlights. Most of the people are saying that this the team which are gonna be into final. Neither one of them is gonna reach in the final. But guess what happened? None of them who was able to reach into final. Germany was likely the one of the team which people will think is gonna be into Germany into final. Very sorry. And the Portugal was likely to be in the final because they won the Euro last time, but neither of them were able to reach into final. But in the beginning, the way England has played for the first game against Croatia, it was how it showed that England is one of the teams which are likely gonna reach into final. If you go into how England has kept improving, Italy has kept improving until the end of the game. I saw the game how England were able to beat Denmark. Denmark, which had lost the player, which Cristiano Ronaldo, most of the people don't know Cristiano Ronaldo, where he had the hard attack in the field, he fell down. It was something which was very common into Denmark. People, they will think Denmark, they will remember Cristiano, which has had great support to everyone. Most of the people, they were praying for Cristiano to recover, to get well soon, come back into the field. And then when I'm gonna go through the England has been Denmark to reach into final. Most of the boys I spoke with someone, he was saying that Denmark is gonna surprise everyone. They're gonna reach into final. They're gonna win this Euro because the things happened for them for the first game where Cristiano fell down into the ground. How they were able to reach in the semi-final. Most of the people, they were saying very careful. You just need to be very careful about Denmark. But England has a fight till the end. Or until the end, where they were able to reach in the final. Denmark was playing wonderful. They were into the game from the start to the end. And there's something which happened to Denmark. They felt the pressure. The player Kjaer, he scored his own goal against his team. He scored his own goal, which was the goal England got, and then to be able to reach into extra time, where England has played wonderfully. Where England, we're gonna go into details. The England, how they are playing right now. They have been carried this Euro. They have been carried with Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling, he was like Cristiano in Real Madrid or Juventus. Raheem Sterling was like Lionel Messi into Barcelona. Raheem Sterling, the way he was playing right now in England, I don't think it's the same way which has been playing in Man City. Where Pep Guardiola, I'm support of Chelsea. Chelsea, we did win the Champions League, but they weren't depending on him starting in Man City. He was someone who will come like a substitution. But the things that I'm saying right now is doing in England, it was something which most of us won't expect, but he's the one who's carrying England. He's the one who takes decision. The way I'm saying right now he has grown since the past years, since last year. Right now, he's the key player who's able to afford 90 minutes into extra time. He still have that courage, he still have that force to break through, to go further, and then do something. Yes, you can't forget you can't forget this young boy who's from Arsenal, Bukayo Saka. He's wonderful. The way he has performed, it was unbelievable, especially when they beat Denmark. He was the key player who would go forward, who would do something which was not unexpected. The way Denmark was very organized, it wasn't easy for them to break through. But Bukayo Saka is the key player. I think even the final is gonna be one of the players which England is gonna use to beat Italy. If you go back, jump into Italy, they are a team which are very strong, which are very committed. And a few years ago, Italy had the backsliding, and the performance was slightly gone down, where they missed the World Cup, where no one was talking about Italy in level international football. But Italy has been there. They have come up right now with a different ambition, where they were able to perform. The way you can see that Italy was very talented is the way they were able to beat Spain. Spain was the team which were able to the semi-final. Most people will say that Spain is gonna break into, is gonna reach into finals. But Italy were able to handle the game. They have this guy, Student Mobile, and they do have Jorginho, who's from Chelsea. This young guy is wonderful. He's a penalty taker. The way he makes things seem to be easy into the field. They can distribute the ball into midfield. They do have one player who is very dangerous, Marco Verratti, who's player from PSG. This Marco Verratti is the guy who is gonna be very difficult for England. If England is gonna be able to win the game, they just need to break Marco Verratti and Jorginho. There are two key players which has been carrying Italy, which made them reach into finals. And if England they're about to beat Italy, they will have to have good midfielders, but they have this young guy who's Calvin Phillips has been performing unexpectedly. He performed well throughout this Euro. He was the young guy who has surprised us, most of us. But the way England is gonna break through into Marco Verratti and Jorginho, there is gonna be the key. But England, they do have many options where they do have a Mason Mount, they do have a Harry Kane starring on both sides. There are many options because Saka is the guy who has proven so much. They do have another option on the bench where they have Rashford is still there. They do have a Foden has been performing unexpectedly, where he was able to break through into Man City. Right, he's absolutely in the first 11 from the Pepe Guardiola first 11. Foden has been performed throughout this year, even in England. Even if Foden he started, but I don't think he's gonna start it. I think they get most of the players who are going to be first 11 of England. It's the team which has played with Denmark. There won't be many changes. I think according to how I saw the game, I think Southgate, he won't change much. He will like to go further with the same squad which he used against Denmark, because I think they are the best 11 which he has right now, which can perform against Italy. Italy, they do have something, they are very strong. The good thing which I have done for Italy, they are able to perform till the end. They are able to keep going even in the extra time. They can perform at the same level. They won't get tired. But England, they do get tired. Yes, they do depend for Harry Kane as a rescue. Harry Kane can score, but according to me, Harry Kane, he used to be somehow to be disappeared into game. But he did step up where England needed him. He scored the penalty, which was the key for England to win in Denmark. That's the thing that I wanted to go into details here. I don't know what you think about you. You can keep comment right down and then tell your suggestion. Which team you do think they're going to win final? They're going to win this Euro. It was supposed to be 2020. But according to me, it's England who's gonna win. I think Raheem Sterling is the one. He's likely gonna score the goal for the final. I think so. The way Raheem Sterling is performing, I can expect him scoring a goal into finals. But England, they are likely gonna score. We have our guy Mason Mount has been performed very well. I wish him he could score a goal, because there are two key players whom I do think they're going to score the goal against final. But a young boy, which he did get the way to play James. This James is a good young boy who had a good season into Chelsea. But in England, they do have Walker here. His name is equal the way he plays. Walker is performing, has performed very well into England, and then Shaw and the Stones into the back five on the defenders of England. But this season, this Euro, it's gonna go into England. I hope so. According to the stats, according to what I think, I don't know what thinking. I don't know you are on which side. Let's see, let's see what's gonna happen into Italy and England. This was the match preview against Italy and England. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you. Thank you for taking your time. Your time is very precious. I love you. May God bless you. Peace.